Well, good to see everybody again. Now, I've got viewers from all around the world. One of my viewers from Jamaica, he asked me, he says, what in the world is America's fascination with guns? Why do we like them so much? Why do we see the need to own a gun? Well, you know, there's a lot of reasons why people like guns and why they want to have them and feel the need to have them. Probably the primary reason is because we can. It's legal to have guns here in the United States, but then some people like them for personal protection, some just like to go out and practice target shooting, and others use them as a tool. Well, when you're homesteading, you use guns as a tool. You've got coyotes that come in, you've got other wild animals, that stray dogs that come in eating your animals, and there's only one way you can take care of them, and that's to give them about about a half ounce of sleeping pill here. Anyway, let's take a look at a variety of some of the guns that we use here on the homestead and what their various uses are. Probably my favorite one is this one right here. This is a Marlin 30-30. It's lever action. You can see you just lever it down like this and pull it back up like that, and that's how it puts the bullet in. Let me get a box of shells here. And these are the 30-30 shells. And the way they work is they go right in the side here like that. And then when you load the gun, you just pull it back like that. And now it's loaded, it's ready to shoot. And it's got a safety right here. It's a really nice gun. And you pull the trigger, the hammer comes up and shoots it. Well, it's got many features, and one of the things I like of the Marlin over the Winchester, the Winchester Model 94 is very similar to this. And some people swear by the Winchester, some by the Marlin. I like both. But the thing I like about this one is it tosses the bullet out the side. The Winchester tosses it out the top, and it can hit you in the face. And when you're trying to shoot quickly, more than one shot, well, you don't want hot, spent shells hitting you in the forehead. It's a little distracting. But anyway, you'll see how it pops it out of there. See, just right out the side and away from you. Well, that's this one. Well, then we have another gun, and this is a little more high powered. This is a gun made in England. It's a Midland. Now, I don't know if it's even made anymore. There's not too many of these in America, but I bought this gun because primarily I got a good deal on it, and I was looking for a good gun for hunting bear. Well, the 30-30 shell, as you can see, I mean the 30-06 shell is bigger than the 30-30 shell. You can see the difference in size. And it loads, this one is bolt action. You have to turn the safety off, you pull it out, and they just push right down in the bottom here. And there's a clip, you just shove several in there, and when you put the bolt forward like that, it's ready to shoot. And then when after you shoot, you lift up this, and the bullet just flies right out the side. Pretty slick little rifle. Put the safety back on. We'll set this one off to the side now. Then there's another gun. Now this is a 45 caliber. This one is really light. It's easy to carry around. It's really short, and it's got a bullet that also will work in which is a little short guy here. You see it, and you compare that to the 30-06 bullet. Again, look at the difference. But yet this bullet's a lot bigger around. So what you have here is a short, fat bullet that's going to hit solid and stop the animal. Well, and this particular one loads with a magazine. You fill this full of bullets, they fit right in there, and then you just stuff it up in there, and then you cock it, and then as you shoot it unloads. And we have a safety on this one as well, to keep it from shooting when you don't want it to shoot. So we'll set this one off to the side. And then this is probably the most versatile gun right here. This is the Mossberg pump action shotgun. Just like that. It has a slightly different configuration of bullet. You have, this is birdshot. Number, what is it, 7.5 birdshot right here. And these just poke right up in the bottom like that. And then you have another option here. This is buckshot right here. Now this is double-aught buck. Now the smaller the number, like 0, and the larger the number, like 7, 8, 9, the larger numbers are the smaller BBs. So a double-aught buck is pretty healthy shell. You just stick them up in here, and they'll drop a deer in its tracks. But the problem with that is, with this gun here, it's not a very long range gun. It shoots a large, heavy projectile at a fairly slow speed, so you don't have to worry about the bullet taking off across the countryside and killing somebody or something you don't intend on shooting a couple miles away. This will run right, well, according to the, well, this one doesn't have ballistics on it, on the box, but pretty much after 100 yards there's not going to be a whole lot happening with that bullet. It's pretty much spent itself, and so it's a really good close-in gun, or if you're around a lot of people and you want to cut down on the chances of accidentally clipping and winging somebody, well, you want to use a shotgun. In fact, some areas that's all that's allowed is shotgun hunting. But anyway, that's the variety of firearms that we have here. Some of the firearms that we have here at the homestead, there's others, but this is a pretty good cross section. So there's an example of some really good guns to have on your homestead. Now obviously there's other guns that people prefer. Some people like what's called or referred to as assault rifles. Well, I guess that's, if they want to use them, then and they have a practical use for them, well, or even an impractical use, I'm fine with that. It's just a gun. It's more about the person holding on to it than anything. But any one of those 4 guns are good practical guns to have on your homestead as a tool, so that you can work and get the things done, that you want to do on the ranch. Now, as far as fascination with guns, people really like to make noise. And some people have holding on to a gun that's big and powerful, makes them feel good about themselves for some reason. Other people view it as a matter of principle, that the Constitution says that you're allowed to bear arms, so they feel obligated to exercise that right in order to preserve it. And there's something to be said for that as well. However, my personal reason for having a gun is because it's a very good tool, and we use it on a regular basis, use one of them on a regular basis on the at the homestead for work and for protecting our crops, our animals, and things such as that, and for putting food on the table. Hope that answers some questions and clears some things up, and I'm sure that many of you will be able to leave comments in the comments section on why you feel the need to carry a gun. Just try to keep it clean.